E.coli advisory has been issued for a beach in Bath Township. News 10's Jaden Hawkins is in studio now with more information on how you can stay safe.
That's right, and the township is cautioning visitors to stay away from the water at Park Lake Beach after finding increased levels of E. coli. The Mid-Michigan District Health Department conducted a routine water test on Park Lake Beach on August 19th and found 380 E. coli colonies per 100 milliliters of water. The state allowed limit is 300. This is the first time this summer an unsafe E. coli level was detected, and the township has put up signs at the beach informing people of the issue. Public Information Officer Jeff Johnson says outbreaks like this normally happen after a rain event and clear out naturally, but it's always important to pay attention to the root cause.
But it could also be related to wastewater. If there's, a faulty septic system or a problem with a wastewater system, that can add contamination to the water. So sometimes we're at the mercy of nature. And other times, when it's man-made cause, obviously we want to, try to make sure we're not doing things that can cause these problems or make them worse.
Contact with water contaminated with E. coli can make people sick, especially those with weakened immune systems. For those who want to stay up to date on water safety in their area, Johnson recommends BeachGuard, a platform through Michigan.gov that provides real-time information on Michigan beach closings, water health, and E. coli test results.
All right, Jaden, thank you. The Mid-Michigan District Health Department conducted tests again today on the beach. The results should be available tomorrow afternoon. If the levels are lower and safe, the signs at the beach will be removed. A look over Birchfield Park and Big